What's up, YouTube? This is Jay the Wanderer with Oakland Latinos Unidos, aka Oakland Latinos United, the voice of the Latino community in the Bay Area, California, YouTube, and beyond. Well, this video I'm about to make is a video about something that happened in the city of Richmond, California, which is a city about 10 minutes north of Oakland. It's in the Bay Area, and it's basically about a newsletter or mailer that the RPOA, or Richmond Police Officers Association, sent out to the citizens of Richmond in like the last weeks of September. Basically, the newsletter or mailer said that all the crimes in Richmond were the fault of illegal immigrants and the Latino community. Basically blaming the crimes in Richmond on illegal immigrants and the Latino community. One of the main people that made this newsletter was this man right here. His name is Detective Kevin Martin. He is the president of the Richmond Police Officers Association. The Richmond Police itself denounced the newsletter or mailer and said they had nothing to do with it. Actually, Police Chief Chris Magnus, who's the Richmond Police Chief, said that he had nothing to do with it, and he denounced the letter and said that it's not necessary to do things like that within his department. The newsletter also attacks certain individuals who are running for city council and the mayor of Richmond herself. Let's scroll down here. These are the people that were attacked. The lady you see on the top here is Mayor Gail McLaughlin. She is the mayor of Richmond, California. She is also a Green Party mayor. She's part of the Green Party. And also it attacked this woman right here. Her name is Javanka Beckles. She's running for Richmond City Council. And Jeff Ritterman, who's also running for Richmond City Council. He is a doctor, I believe, at Kaiser. And this man right here, Juan Reardon, who is a local immigrants' rights activist. And basically it said that all four of these people you see on screen here were basically, what did it say, showing favoritism to illegal immigrants and Latinos at the expense of African Americans, white Americans, Jewish Americans, and God knows who else. Okay, that's far from the truth. Matter of fact, that's a bunch of bullshit. They are not showing favoritism towards anybody. They're just helping out a community that's basically being attacked every day on a constant basis. They see the bullshit for what it is. Okay. These, like I said, these two right here, Javanka Beckles and Jeff Ritterman, I believe are also affiliated to the Green Party. And I believe Jeff Ritterman was Gail McLaughlin's campaign manager when she ran for mayor. I think so. I'm not sure. Another person that had something to do with this newsletter or mailer was this man right here. His name is Sergeant Andre Hill of the Richmond Police Department. He's the vice president of the Richmond Police Officers Association. Other people that had something to do with this was this man right here. His name is Nathaniel Bakes, or Nat Bakes. He is a Richmond City Councilman. And this man right here, his name is Chris Calorico, and he was a candidate for Richmond City Council, but after the mailer happened, he was accused of being a racist and some other things. He decided to drop out of the race. I believe he is part of the police commission in the Richmond Police Department. So basically, he's not running for city council no more. But Nat Bakes was also one of the ones who had something to do with this. And it's pretty sad that an African-American man would have to resort to this type of politics. It is, because these are stupid, racist forms of politics. And I'm pretty sure if the tides return and someone made something like this about the African-American community, he'd be the first one talking shit. But oh well, that's just the way it is. The thing that makes me glad is that the City Council of Richmond had a open forum for people to come denounce this newsletter. And so many people showed up. It was a big solidarity. You know, African Americans, Latinos, whites, Asians, everybody showed up and denounced this letter, saying it was racist, hateful garbage. You know, the newsletter also said that there was a lot of Salvadorian and Honduran drug dealers going around and all kinds of stupid bullshit. Put it like this. In Richmond, California, illegal immigrants and Latinos have been the victims of a lot of crimes, especially illegal immigrants, because they're afraid to go to the police, and they've been the targets of a lot of robberies, which have been done by mostly people that are born and raised in Richmond. Also, another problem in crime in Richmond is that a lot of crimes have been black on black crimes, which is something that the black community has been fighting against for a long time. Matter of fact, if you remember, Richmond had the tent city thing where people were trying to bring peace to the black community. So to say it's only Latinos and only illegal immigrants that are doing crimes, it's so fucking not true and so much bullshit. I mean, I would agree. There are some illegal immigrants and Latinos in Richmond that are doing crimes and are doing stupid shit. Obviously, I will agree with you. There are some, but not every one, and not every single one like this letter supposedly says. Another thing was that people that came to the forum or to the open house that the city council did to denounce the letter accused certain members of the Richmond City Council, including Nat Bates, of being in the pockets of Chevron. Chevron being the biggest corporation in Richmond. They have a huge refinery. And matter of fact, people accuse another city councilman named John Marquez, who's a Chicano city councilman, believe it or not, and also another guy named Harpreet Sandhu, who's Indian, of being in the pockets of Chevron. And basically they said that these candidates knew about the letter or mailer or newsletter and didn't do nothing to stop it or condemn it. Matter of fact, they didn't say nothing to condemn it once it came out. But most of the city council members, including Gail McLaughlin, the mayor, Jim Rogers, city councilman, Tom Bucks, who's a city councilman, Tony Thurman, Ludmila Lopez, who's another city councilman, and Maria Viramontes, I believe they all denounced the letter as soon as it came out, including the Richmond Police Department. But like I said, I'm glad to see that so many people of different nationalities came out and denounced this stupid-ass letter and denounced these kind of retarded, stupid, vicious politics. Because that's not necessary in a city like Richmond. Richmond has a lot of problems of its own, and it doesn't need bullshit like this. But I'm going to end off this video with a little bit of the forum. It's actually online. You can see it online if you go to kcrt.com. You can go to city council meetings and you can watch them live. Look up the one that happened on October 21st of 2008. But I'll show you pieces of it. One of the speakers you're going to see is Andres Soto of Richmond, who ran for city councilman a few years back, and according to some people at the meeting, was also attacked by a newsletter like this. And also you're going to see another guy named Corky Bouze, who is running for city councilman. He's an African-American gentleman, and he also speaks about this issue. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I happened to go there. I went that day to on the 21st of October to that city council meeting, and unfortunately they had ran out of people. So many people signed up to talk that I didn't get a chance to be a public speaker. But oh well, at least I was there in spirit. I was there, and I was in solidarity with all those who were against it. So here, let's watch the video, and that's what I'm going to end it with. And this is Jay the Wanderer with Oakland Latinos Unidos signing off. Enjoy this video.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of council. My name is Andres Soto, and I live in the city of Richmond. I opened up the paper this morning, and I observed, I believe, what is the so-called long-awaited apology from the RPOA for their disgusting political mailer. Now, one of the things this election is about leadership. So let's talk about leadership. Leadership does not include statements like, that this is not intended to offend anybody. And if we did so, we accept responsibility and apologize. This ad probably cost them $800 to put in the newspaper. They probably spent more than $20,000 to send out that disgusting mailer. This is not an apology. We predicted that the RPOA would not apologize. And so that is why, amongst our later demands, was that the candidates and council members clarify their position, particularly because of their intimate relationships with the RPOA. And as such, what we have been met with by the so-called leaders, particularly of the Latino community, is silence, callao. And so that is very hurting. It is very disturbing. And that is why we support the effort of the mayor to allow this council to express its voice unanimously that they are opposed to this kind of politics. They support the council member Rogers' efforts to clean up the image of Richmond and not utilizing these official symbols for political hit pieces, political assassinations. This must stop if we are ever going to clean up the politics in Richmond. And leadership is what it's going to take. And that's what we need here tonight. Thank you.